where else are we going, Jimmy? With
Okay, I've just got two or three minor things here yet. Well, shouldn't say minor; they're important to someone. 2 or 3 smaller things here, and then I'll just touch on the CARES grants, which transpired yesterday. But I can just recap that real quickly for anyone who might be attending the meeting here. But first, I have a application for County Liquid Fuels Aid for Lebanon City in the amount of $25,477 that they intend to use for paving and general maintenance in the city.
Make a motion to approve the liquid fuels grant.
I'll second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the request of the city for liquid fuels allocation. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. So moved.
And I've got some exemption requests for disabled veterans from real estate taxes. I've got 4 of them for your approval. Richard Hugel Jr. of Ridge Boulevard, Lebanon. Stacy Hubbard of Elizabethtown Road, Palmyra. Dennis Klinger of Penryn Lane, Cornwall. And Larry Garloff II of Overlook Lane, Newmanstown.
I'll make a motion to approve the 4 exemption requests for real estate taxes for these disabled veterans.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, the motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. So moved.
I've got 2 invoices for your approval through the CARES County Relief Block Grant. These are both toward the public relations costs for the CARES grants, and they are to Forever Media for $450 and Kaufman Creative Services for $3,000. Those are the ones that came in since your last meeting. So I will likely have these kinds of things at every one of your meetings.
Okay. Seek a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve payment of the 2 invoices as presented.
I'll second the motion.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we approve those 2 invoices. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Okay, and if it's all right with you, I'll just take a minute or 2 here to recap what took place yesterday afternoon in terms of CARES grants, and we'll also be getting a release out on this to inform everyone. Barb Hoffman's already got something drafted and ready. Everybody all right with that?
Yep, go ahead, Jerry.
So as you're all aware, the county received its $12.8 million. We identified originally about $7.25 million of that for grants to businesses, nonprofits, and tourism related entities. We have since decided to up that, utilizing some of the economic development funds that appear won't be utilized, and shift them over. So we'll have a total of about $8.3 million for these grants. The first round opened up on September 1st, closed on September 15th. We received the first round of applications. We received 293 applications, very surprising level of interest, for a total request of $8,281,869. We intend to have 2 rounds of this, so we have a need to have some funds left over for the second round. In addition, there was a scoring rubric that you became very familiar with, and applications were scored by way of a predetermined weight on things such as lost revenue year over year, unbudgeted COVID expenses that an entity may have incurred, number of employees, receipt of any other CARES Act funding that a business or entity might have received, and then a portion of the application was reviewed by a panel that you appointed, a 5-member panel that you appointed at your last meeting to go through the narratives included in the application, which they did. Total scores were ranked. Applicants deemed not eligible were eliminated, and applications scoring 45 points or higher were awarded a grant based on their request or the cap. Yesterday afternoon, you considered those and at what was typically a workshop, but yesterday was a voting session, duly advertised as a voting session. So yesterday you awarded those grants, and the ones fitting the criteria that I just described, there were 202 grants that were awarded for a total of $5,693,671. Those recipients all received an email last evening. The list of recipients is being published on LebanonCountyCares.com. That's the actual interface landing page that we established for this grant program. And there were a variety of reasons that businesses were denied. Most were because their rubric score simply was below the cutoff of 45, or they did not require they did not include the required documentation, and a few were submitted late after the 4 p.m. cutoff on September 15th. All that said, there will be a second round. There will be approximately $2.5 million available in the second round. So anyone who missed the first round or is interested in reapplying, potentially to have their documentation corrected or with additional information, is welcome to do that. That round will open up on October 15th. Same process, same website, LebanonCountyCares.com. And it will close on October 30th, and then we will strive to have awards of those grants on November 15th. So that's my summary of yesterday's action.
Very complete, very complete. Thank you. And we did yesterday a public meeting where we voted to adopt those or make those awards. We thanked vigorously the committee that put it all together and that spent so much time in doing such a really very competent professional job and very efficiently and in a very timely manner. So we were able to get these needed monies in the hands of the folks that have been suffering these past several months. So we did acknowledge that yesterday, but it should be reminded to our county that these folks did this in a short time in a very good way.
Commissioner, Mr.
Yes,
Chairman.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Pam was asking, will those not approved be advised as to why they were not approved? And the short answer is yes. They will be contacted and told why theirs was not approved. And so therefore they will have, as Jamie suggested, an opportunity to correct it or improve upon the area that they were deficient in and resubmit.